We're now being joined by Union Minister Rajeev Chandrasekhar. Sir, now we know for a fact tomorrow is an historic day when the new Parliament building will be inaugurated by the Prime Minister. Now we see that still the politics is going on this issue. We saw that at the time of the Bhumi Pujan, then the questions were being raised on date, and now the questions are being even raised on Sengol. The Congress party says, and the opposition, many other parties say, there is no proof that Sengol was a mark of transfer of power from British to India. How do you see this, sir?
Look, the Congress has a long history of obfuscating the truth. Remember, this is the party when 2G scam happened, they said zero loss. So there is a ingrained part of the Congress DNA. They will deny the truth, they will obfuscate the truth, they'll try and make it as hazy as possible and make sure people are distracted. But look, the facts are there for everybody to see. It was reported in the Hindu newspaper, it was reported in the Time magazine that Pandit Nehru took the Sengol from the Adinam, the priests. C. Rajagopalchari was the Governor General, first Governor General, who was also present, and there was this ritual and a puja where the Sengol, as in the tradition of the Tamil kings, was handed over to Pandit Nehru to signify that his rule or his government would be one of just and righteousness. And strangely enough, and this is what the Congress should answer, and I think partly why they are so noisy at the stages, because there is a question that needs to be answered, which we will we certainly ask, the people of India will certainly ask them. Why did this very holy scepter, the Sengol, get hidden away in Anand Bhavan and be referred to as a walking stick of Nehruji? It is insulting. It insults a whole faith. It insults a whole people who believe that it is a very sacred symbol of a transfer of power. So there are many questions that the Congress has to answer, and to divert from that, they are doing what they do always, pioneered by Rahul Gandhi, which is try some distraction and say this is not documented. Jairam Rameshji said it is not documented. When the Time magazine has reported it and the Hindu newspaper has reported it. And certainly, if they are going to hide the Sengol in Anand Bhavan as a walking stick, they are certainly not going to maintain documentation of it in the governments that in the years that followed. So it is a fact of history. It was kept suppressed for all these years, and I'm extremely glad that Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has allowed India to rediscover this very important moment in time about the history of our independence.
Also, sir, now we see that various opposition leaders are coming out and they're tweeting about Sengol and relating it to king and coronation. Now, Sitaram Yechuri says that it's Sengol with a symbol of coronation. Then they're relating it to Prime Minister's coronation, saying that the king's rule is back. How do you see this? Such comments are coming at a time when we all should be proud. We all should be waiting to see that how exactly our new parliament looks.
So let Sitaram Yechuri, if he believes that, let him today make a statement against Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Let him say that what Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru did was wrong. That Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, by accepting the Sengol, wanted to be a king of India. Let him say that. Certainly, we are a party, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji is a true democrat, and we have strengthening Indian democracy, and this is a symbol of justness and righteousness. It is not a symbol of rule. It is a symbol of just rule and righteousness that every government today of a democratic India must represent. After 6.5 decades of dynasts who have exploited Indians, corruption of a kind that we have never seen anywhere in the world, for dynasts and their supporting parties, B teams like CPM, to talk about rulers and kings is hypocrisy and irony of the worst kind. Irony has died and gone and joined the CPM for Yechuri ji to say today that this symbolizes rule, because he was the active coalition partner of the Congress when every big scam in this country was enacted and was played out in the full view of people of India. So I think Yechuri ji should introspect, and if he has real serious views on what Pandit Nehru ji did was wrong, he should issue a statement talking about Pandit Nehruji's action of taking the Sengol.
So one last question now. As many as 20 political parties, the opposition parties, have decided to boycott the inauguration ceremony. But many of the non-NDA opposition parties, they welcome the step. They're saying that we will come. Like for JDS, Mr. Gaura has also stated that he will be coming. It's a matter of pride. Mayawati, BSP Supremo, she stated that she will be coming. The BJD has supported it. YSRCP, TDP. Now, it seems that even within the opposition parties, there is an opposition over attending the inauguration ceremony.
Look, it is not about opposition. I think there are statesmen,
yes, sir,
who can oppose politically, who are confident of opposing the BJP politically, but are secure in celebrating what is an epic moment in India's history. Why is it an epic moment in India's history? All these years we have been celebrating democracy and we've been in a parliament built by the British colonial powers. It is for the first time in independent India's history that we have a parliament that has been built by independent India. Naveen Patnaik ji, Deve Gowda ji, Mayawati ji, Jagan Reddy ji, these are all statesmen who believe that they will oppose the BJP politically.
Yes, sir.
But when it comes to India, they will stand strong, they will stand tall and celebrate moments that are glorious moments in India's history. The other political parties are a bunch of zeros who coming together believe that 0 plus 0 will be something more than a zero. They are not. And they will continue to do this kind of petty politics. And the people of India will see them for what they are, which is they are taking today even a moment to celebrate a parliament which is a symbol of India's democracy. It is not any party's building. It belongs to the people of India. Every democracy-loving Indian citizen considers the parliament his or her parliament. Even then, they will do this petty politics on such a holy and auspicious occasion where India should celebrate. India should celebrate this really big achievement of having first time in 75 years an Indian parliament.
Thank you for speaking to us. So that was Senior BJP leader and Union Minister Rajeev Chandrasekhar replying to every single question that has been raised by the opposition over the inauguration ceremony. With video journalist Harendra Mohit Bhatt for Times Now in Delhi.
Well, there have been several issues, however, that have been put across by the opposition. What is exactly the real issue? Why do they think that they should rather abstain or skip tomorrow's ceremony? Because chinks in the opposition unity that has also been exposed at 20 political parties, including that of the Congress, the Aam Aadmi Party, the TMC and others as well, are planning to skip tomorrow's ceremony as now what is being cited as an assault on democracy.
अलग बिल्डिंग बनाने की कोई ज़रूरत था। हम तो दिल्ली जो गए हैं सब लोगों से ऐसे भी हम किए। आज शुरू में भी बात हो रहा था कि बन रहा है, ये हो रहा है, तो हमको तो अच्छा नहीं लग रहा था कि जो इतिहास है, अरे आज़ादी हुई तो जो चीज़ पर फिर जहाँ पर से शुरुआत हो गया तो उसी को और विकसित कर देना चाहिए। अलग से नया बनाने का कोई मतलब नहीं, क्या पुराना इतिहास बदल दीजिएगा।
भारत राष्ट्र एक बहुत बड़ा लोकतंत्र है और इस लोकतंत्र में हमारी जो पार्लियामेंट है इसका एक अलग स्थान है। जब अभी नया बिल्डिंग बनाया है तो उसके उद्घाटन के लिए राष्ट्रपति जी को भी आमंत्रित करना चाहिए था। ऐसी सबकी भूमिका थी। ऐसे कि राष्ट्रपति जी इस देश के सबसे वरिष्ठ पद पर है, उनके नाम से ही सब देश का कारोबार चलता है। तो ऐसी स्थिति में उनको नहीं बुलाने का क्या कारण है वो समझता नहीं है।
अगर मैं दिल्ली होता तो मैं पार्लियामेंट अटेंड करता, लेकिन मैं कल मेरा फंक्शन है कि नहीं, इस गवर्नमेंट ने अच्छा इनिशिएटिव लिया और एक रिकॉर्ड टाइम में बनाया, वरना पार्लियामेंट इतना जल्दी नहीं बनता। तो उसके लिए विपक्ष को चाहिए था उन्हें बधाई देना बजाय बाइकआउट करने के लिए, और इस विवाद के मैं बहुत खिलाफ हूं।
However, more reactions coming in from the Congress party as well and from the other opposition parties as well, because they have decided to boycott tomorrow's ceremony. And here the Congress party leader seems to be suggesting that it is the BJP which is misleading the nation.
Listen, don't go just on the basis of what WhatsApp university is spreading. And that is not something which is historically correct, which is being said by the BJP. It is not historically correct. And if anyone wants to say wants to prove that anyone was more loyal toward the country than the Congress party people like Jawaharlal Nehru, who spent more than 10 years in prison. I'm sorry to say they are totally trying to mislead the people of this country.
Well, the Congress party is saying that the BJP is trying to mislead the country. On the other hand, when the matter was also taken up in the Supreme Court yesterday, that had dismissed and refused to entertain even the PIL, calling it as a publicity interest litigation. However, when it comes to why the President of India is not being invited to tomorrow's inauguration, we will be back after a short break with more reactions.